What's going on, people? Mike C-Town here, sipping on a little bit of this cocoa, trying to stay warm in these cold Atlanta streets. So Dead End Hip Hop dropped our top 5 favorite hip hop albums of 2014, and as with previous years, I do my own top 10 on my channel. Except this year, there were a few too many projects for me to narrow down to a top 10. I actually had this down to 12, and I was seriously trying to figure out how to cut out the last 2. And after probably 30 minutes of fighting myself, I finally just said, the hell with it, I'll just do 15. Hey, it's my channel, I can make my own rules. What y'all gonna do? Nothing. So before we get started, as a typical disclaimer, this is my list, not your list. If you think there's an artist that deserve to be in a top whatever list, make your own list. Now, without further ado, my top 15 favorite hip hop albums of 2014. Let's go. At 15, we had Prynce. Only reason this is so low is not because there were projects that were so much better than it was, but really because it came out so late in the year that I didn't really have a lot of time to sit with it and really digest it. But you know, I loved this album. I love the direction Primo went with the beats, and Royce is always super nice on the mic, so this definitely earned a spot in my top 15. At number 14, we have Uncommon NASA with New York Telephone. We reviewed this on the Dead End Hip Hop channel. I loved it, man. I loved the choppy production. I like the really off-kilter way NASA rhymes over these beats. I loved all of the features, you know, Lucid, Billy Woods, BMS. This just fills that super indie sounding hip hop slot that I feel like is missing from my life sometimes. At number 13, we have Copyright and Ciroc with Murderland. The more I sit with this project, the more I love it. I love the beats that Ciroc put together for this, and Copyright is always super on point with the rhymes. This is his first time doing a more concept-ish project, and I think for the most part, they succeeded, man. This is just great beats, dope rhymes, a couple songs that have a really nice twist to them. Really well done. At number 12, we have Isaiah Rashad with Cilvia Demo. I still love this project. When we reviewed it, I remember raving about it, and I still feel the same way. I love the juxtaposition of the beats with the way he rhymes. I like Isaiah Rashad's style. I like the way he composes a track. And man, if this is just his start, man, I cannot wait to see what this dude does next. At number 11, we have Cyhi the Prynce with Black Hystori Project. This project is so slept on. Cyhi is beastly on this, and I think the way he crafted this mixtape was just incredible. I think he had an idea, he had a concept, and he executed it very well. At number 10, we have Mick Jenkins with The Waters. Incredible project. I like the production he chooses. I like the way he rhymes. I even like the way he sings. It's just a super well thought out, well laid out project. If you have not watched the Dead End Hip Hop review on this, go check that out. At number 9, we have Hail Mary Mallon with Bestiary. I reviewed this on my channel. If you haven't watched that, make sure you go check that out. This album came out also late in the year, but it immediately grabbed me. I've always loved the way Aesop Rock and Rob Sonic rhyme together. I like their chemistry. I love what Big Wiz does on this. The production is just way more forward than the production on the previous project. I think it was more suited for their attitude and their style, and I don't really see a lot of people talking about this, which to me is an absolute crime. At number 8, we have Moodie Black with Nausea. I still feel the same way about this project as I felt when I originally reviewed it. This is such a unique project. I like the direction that they take noise rap. It's dark, it's creepy, the beats are just so well put together, and the way the rhymes are crafted over them is just super dope. Like, I really feel if you like clipping so much, you need to listen to this. At number 7, we have Pharoahe with P.T.S.D. Like I said in our review, this is the best Monch has ever sounded. He picked great beats, and he sounded perfect over them. He picked subject matter that was intriguing, and he made a concept-styled album that just hit the nail on the head. Like, this is an almost flawless album. At number 6, we have Sadistik with Ultraviolet. It was so hard not putting this in my top 5 on the Dead and Hip Hop list. It was really a war between this and Cunninlynguists. But the more I listen to this, it's just, I really have to say, this is neck and neck with Cunninlynguists. But this is an amazingly moody album. Sadistik is a real artist, and you can hear that in his music. The dark and airy beats, the way Sadistik crafts a song around them is just absolutely amazing. There's so many times I'll be driving down the street and seriously have 1984 stuck in my head. This is one of those perfect albums to be driving down a dark, lonely street at night. You know, this album suits that mood perfectly. Alright, number 5, Cunninlynguists, Strange Journey, Volume 3. At the time of the Dead and Hip Hop review, this had won out the war with Sadistik. At that moment, I found myself just coming back to this project a little bit more than Sadistik's project, but I've just come to realize, like I said, that those projects are seriously just neck and neck. As usual with Cunninlynguists, what you get are fantastic beats combined with ridiculous rhyming. No really put his ass in these beats, and that might have been the main thing that pushed this ahead of Sadistik, but this is an absolutely fantastic project. At number 4, Atmosphere, Southsiders. This is another album that I think people are unfairly skipping over. I think Slug and Ant put together a masterpiece that I actually enjoyed more than their last few albums. Like, I think people unfairly wanted Slug to stay the same person forever. But when you have a rapper that's so honest in his rhymes as Slug, it should be expected for his rhyme style to change as he changes. But this album, to me, was just super dope, mature hip-hop music. And I think these guys just did such an incredible job putting together an album. At number 3, we have Open Mike Eagle with Dark Comedy. I reviewed this on my channel as well. I don't know what else to say about it. It was just an extremely well put together project. I still sincerely feel that Open Mike Eagle is one of the most unique voices we have in hip-hop. The way he puts together lines and schemes is seriously unlike any other rapper that I can think of. Like Sadistik's project, this is another one that's just perfect for putting on when you're driving somewhere at night. Like, the mood and the atmosphere Open Mike Eagle creates with this album is just, it's dope. At number 2, we have Sage Francis with Copper Gone. Once again, one of the most slept on albums of the year. The fact that so few people are talking about this is absolutely mind-blowing. When I listen to this project, I think, what more can you ask for? Great beats, an MC who is both spitting his ass off and being introspective and emotional. And I seriously think that Make 'Em Purr is one of the best songs to come out this entire year, as well as ID Thieves. Like, Sage Francis has always been one of my favorite rappers, but I feel like he's reaching that point where he's damn near untouchable. But this project is fantastic. And my number 1 project of the year should be of no surprise. Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels 2! What do I have to say about this? Like, for real. These guys are the perfect dynamic duo. LP and Killer Myke are beasts in their own right, but putting them together and having them do an album was one of the best ideas ever had. Great beats, unbeatable rhymes, like, that's all there is to it. Like, just listen to that whole run from Oh My Darling Don't Cry through All My Life and tell me that these guys are not doing something absolutely insane. If you think this album is overrated, then you need to check your rating system because it's clearly messed up. I'm kidding, but not really. So that's it for my top 15 favorite hip-hop albums of 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to drop some comments in the comment section. Feel free to shoot me over your list. For those of you that are not completely stuck on hip-hop, stay tuned for my top 20 non-hip-hop albums of 2014. That should be dropping probably a day after this video drops. And that's it. You know how we do in these cold streets, sipping on this cocoa. Thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you, and I will see you guys next time. Aight?